All right, we're live. All right, before we get started, let's hear from one of our sponsors with Deb LaPierre with Academy Mortgage.
Hi, my name is Deb LaPierre, and I'm a senior loan officer with Academy Mortgage. I have been in the mortgage lending industry for over 15 years. Purchasing a home is one of the most important investments that we'll ever make in our lifetime. So I feel that it is so imperative that you make the right choice. Being in this industry, I have had the pleasure and honor to help many, many people get into their homes, and I welcome the opportunity to be of service to you. Thank you so much.
Well, good evening, everyone. Excellent. And today we're going to bring you a really interesting topic on the massive real estate rebuild. The massive real estate rebuild, we talk, why did we move one of the largest independent brokerages in the country, doing about $2 billion a year, and move it over to eXp Realty? And one of the things we share with you every week is our journey, what we see, candid truth.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to hit you with some really powerful stuff. You really want to tune in for this one because I'm going to piss a lot of people off.
Put your listening ears on.
Because since we built one of the largest brokerages, we know what it's like to own a company and the purpose of owning a company. What is that?
That's a thumbnail.
That's a thumbnail. We don't want
It's a cute thumbnail.
We want, where is
It goes
our,
down. I don't know. Oh, the 30. Isn't it 30?
Is it this? No, it's countdown. Somebody removed my video.
Okay, so.
No, that's why. 'Cause my wife, nice, good job.
Your wife.
Yeah, you moved that.
I didn't move anything. You're
So
not
wait, hold on. Let's see if we can get this here.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe we're going, all right, I think we got it. So we need our introduction.
Here we go.
Chuck and Angela Fazio built one of the largest independent brokerages in the country, overseeing over 40,000 homes sold and $9 billion in production. Why did they make this life-changing move to eXp Realty? Follow their journey every week. Welcome to the massive real estate rebuild.
All right, welcome. So, you know, it sparked a conversation by reading an article in Inman today. So the article was talking about Gary Keller and Keller Williams becoming publicly traded. And it was a very interesting article that I want to unpack for you guys to understand the industry a little bit. You know, most agents don't understand the industry from a level that we've been at. So one of the comments that started off is, this year, 4 of the largest real estate companies, Zillow, yep, that's right, a company, real estate company, Compass, Redfin, and Realty, collectively raised a staggering $1.8 billion.
It's crazy.
$1.8 billion what they raised. And out of them, 3 of them are publicly traded. So Compass closed $370 million Series G funding round. So that means they're on their 6th or 7th round of funding, which raised another $370 million. Zillow announced a $650 million public offering. So that's what they're starting out with for the buy-in to buy stock at Zillow. Same thing with Redfin announced an offering of $420 million, and Realogy announced a $500 million debt offering. Guys, understand this. If you're in real estate, this should be a big deal to you. You might go, I have no idea what that means. Burying your head in the sand
And ignoring
it's not going to get you anywhere. So here's what I want to tell you. 2 classes of real estate companies are emerging. 2 classes. One is those that are raising eye-popping, incredible amounts of cash to grow and grab market share and here's the key word, to innovate. Times change, right?
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about how times have changed because now there's choices.
So anyway, good companies have to keep innovating. It's one of the reasons why we, as such a big brokerage, moved our platform. We moved our platform because we understood that to compete in it and to compete in what's going to be happening in the future. I don't know if we lost connection. That you have to keep innovating. And we realize our pockets as an indie brokerage aren't deep enough to keep innovating. So that's one. The other ones are operating off of income to grow and expand.
That's what we were doing.
That's what we were doing. So those are your two types of brokerage. The playing field, guys, have changed, and has changed for. There's big money being poured into the big brokerages.
So let's talk about why they should care and what that means.
Yes, let's go. Talk about that.
So I'm going to admit, before the fairly recent present, there wasn't any choice. You are a real estate agent. You go pick a brokerage. You work there. You bust your butt. You make some money. You maybe grow a team. And that's just what you did. You just chose which brand and you chose where you're going to pay your fees to.
Well, that's the key word. You chose which brand, because at some point, brands made it different.
It did in the past.
It did in the past.
Yes.
It probably hasn't done that over the last 10 years.
Probably not.
And we proved that wrong all day long as a no-name brokerage, squashing the competition of the big box brokerages in our area.
Yeah, the only people who really care about brand are the realtors at the brand and the brand owners.
Yeah.
Clients don't care.
So here's where we're going with this, guys. That's why I said real estate agents, wake the hell up. Because what you've done and what you're doing is you're lining the pockets of these big brokerages. Your hard work is making them wealthy.
That's how it was, and there wasn't a choice. And we get that. But there are choices now. There is a choice, and it's vastly different, and we need to listen.
Yes. So EXP is the model of the future for real estate agents.
Well, go back to the whole stock offering thing. EXP offers stock. We're going to tell you why it's different than these other companies offering stock and trading and all of that. If you read that article and you really were trying to tear it apart, you would realize the whole article is about owners jockeying for position to make themselves more money.
Yeah. Here's another thing in that article. I told you about those 4 big companies, and because then add Berkshire Hathaway in, which has a sugar daddy. Now, this is Inman writing this. Has a sugar daddy of Warren Buffett as its largest shareholder. A man who could write big checks whenever needed. He writes big checks to line his pocket. That's what he does. He's the biggest shareholder.
So what do agents do? What do most agents do? They work really, really hard to line the pockets of the owners.
That's what they do.
Period.
And the owners want to work hard about jockeying for position to build themselves bigger and bigger and bigger. And so now here's the crazy thing, guys. When I keep saying agents wake up, it's the agents who are the value.
Yes.
You own the data. The only reason why brokerages and or Zillow owns your data is because your brokerages let them own it.
Yeah.
Period. And you're making them, your hard work, so all the effort you're doing is helping these big boxes grow. They're not helping you grow. They're not.
Fundamentally, they really aren't.
What is Rachel? Rachel's always got something to say. Yes, EXP was ahead of its time. That's right. Good point, Rachel. So now let's go into what else this article had to say. So it says EXP Holdings is a publicly traded company, also like those other big ones. Obviously, they don't make mention that we're the only one that's playing on a different platform. That
I
is
didn't mention that.
the agents benefiting directly from the growth of the company. But it does say that EXP stock has risen 400% this year. Now,
like that.
now, listen to
Why
this
are we
one.
happy about that? Because we have some.
Because we have
Yeah.
ownership value in the company, and so do the other big players that we're partnered with. But I love this. It said, remember, this is all from Inman. The firm, so eXp Realty, represents KW's fiercest competitor. The hunting ground for EXP are KW Realtors. Now I think that terminology is a
Hunting
bit,
ground's a little stupid, but
yeah.
you get the point.
But why is that? Why is that? Here's why. Because eXp Realty's model is very close to Keller Williams. Now, here's what I want you to understand.
On the surface.
Why is that? Why are they saying we're their fiercest competitor? Here's why. We took a KW model, in essence, and brought it to today. We made it modern. And that's why I'm sitting here, when they're sitting there talking about Gary Keller needing to go public, that's right, because they're becoming outdated.
Well,
I don't care what anybody says. I'll challenge that all day long.
Well, here's what's interesting about the real estate field. Most of us get into real estate because we want to, quote unquote, command our own destiny, be our own boss, go out there. And like Chuck said, he said for a million years, and we both agree, that we want to be in a field where our earning potential matches our effort, right? The more that we work, the more that we can make. And that's why lots of you get into real estate. But here's where we all miss the boat for a long time.
I was always on the boat. I didn't miss the boat.
You love Gilligan's Island.
I love
That's
yes.
why.
Yeah.
So the where we miss the boat is that is limiting, right? EXP is the only company that not only allows you to work to your own potential and make as much money as you work for, but also share in the wealth.
It creates opportunity.
And you actually have control at EXP of how you share in the wealth.
Yes.
And you don't have control in a Keller Williams. You don't have control in any other company.
Mark my words, we will be the world's largest real estate brokerage because agents are seeing 3,000 plus agents a month moving over. Now, you know, somebody posted on there, those are false numbers. And he did the math. He said, well, if 3,000 went back out there, yes, KW is Outback ribeye, not steak 44 ribeye, Rachel. Anyway, so he says, well, if they were growing by that many, the numbers are wrong. No, we didn't say we're growing, but we're attracting that many.
Uh-huh.
They're coming. Agents are getting it. They're fed up. Listen, if you don't wake up, the industry will be sabotaged. You as an agent may become obsolete.
And it's okay if you're listening and you're like, I don't know what they're talking about, because then you call us and we explain what we mean.
Yeah.
What we mean.
Bury your head in the sand and you'll see how long it lasts. Just like we say, the narrative, the blockbusters, the yellow taxis. The list goes on of people that buried their head in the sand and didn't realize, wow, the industry's being sabotaged.
You know, we talk to agents all the time that say, aren't you just the same as Keller Williams? And listen to me, I'm not bashing Keller Williams. I'm telling facts, right? We are not even remotely similar.
No, we've got similarities.
When it comes to your control over the share, you literally have control with the way you do your business and the way that you agent attract on your share. You don't have that direct control at Keller Williams.
Right. And here's what I'm going to sum it up with. Once again, from the article, it said, where does all of this put Gary Keller? Now listen, guys, you really need to listen how this is said, because there's a lot of truth behind it. Where does all this put Gary Keller? His company is privately owned. One estimate puts Gary Keller's ownership stake at 73%. So let's just stop there and think logically. If he's got 73% owner stake, who makes the money? The agents? No, Gary Keller. And it says making him a very wealthy man.
That's what the article says. We're not saying that. This is
I
what the
don't know
article
if he's
says.
a wealthy man. I'm assuming he is, but 73%. Now, here's what it says. As a charismatic leader, Keller's tradition when change is looming, listen to this, and listen to this, Keller Williams agents, is to rally the troops and weather the storm around him. That strategy has worked well in the past. What does that actually say? Here's what I'll tell you it says, because I was an owner of my own brokerage. As a charismatic leader, rallying the troops means getting all of you agents behind him to support him, who's a 73% stakeholder, to make him a wealthy man. Listen, guys, times are changing. Times are changing. EXP is the new player on the block that is breaking records. Guys, you want to know why we moved to EXP Realty? It's the future for real estate agents.
And don't get me wrong, we're rallied up, but we're rallied up for an entirely different reason.
We want to see agents not lose control of the industry.
That's right.
You're losing control. The big players are they're rallying massive amount of money, not to put it in your pocket. Understand that. That's the truth behind of all this. The CEOs, the owners, the big managers, they're the ones making the big money, not you agents. You agents are the ones that are pounding pavement, exchanging time for money. Wake up, wake up. Real estate is where, if a real estate agent is at eXp Realty.
And one more invitation. It's okay if you're like, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. Please call the person who sent you to this podcast or call us directly and allow us to explain what we're talking about.
Partner up, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Partner up, reach out, understand what we're talking about, because we see it and saw it at a different level. Hope you guys have a great night, and God bless you guys.